Yeah. The good, the bad, the ugly, whoa. Yeah. The good, the bad, the ugly, whoa. Yeah. The good, the bad, the ugly, whoa. Yo, black man, Bobby, let it flow. Whoa. Turn it up, turn it loud, let it go. The good, the bad, the ugly, whoa. About my what? About my who? About my rugby.
Yeah, man, right here, man.
Too much good, take you higher.
Yo. It is indeed time. It's time for the good, the bad, the ugly with Joe Blackman and Botswana Papi. We're here to discuss Manchester United versus West Ham, the good, the bad, the ugly of that game. Joe, big up, bro.
Oh, how you doing? How was your travels? Have you got back safe now? Yeah.
My travels are not yet done yet. I'm still in transit. So far so good. That's what I'll say. but
Okay.
yeah, I mean,
Have you had a
also
chance to go back and look over the game yourself?
yes, I got to see the game after the game, after, as soon as I got to my stop here, I got to watch the game. And well, it's a very different experience knowing the results, I'll tell you that. And I'm interested to know what you think about it, because I think the experience of knowing the result and actually just going through it will give you two different fan experiences of it, you know two different interpretations or analysis of the game. That's how I feel anyway. What were your thoughts on it?
Yeah. Once you've known the result of a game before watching it, I feel like you watch it with more analytical eyes, isn't it? Yeah. Once you're sitting through the game live, you're a little bit more emotional. Yeah. And
Mhm.
I can't lie to you, while watching the game, the only emotion I was feeling was boredom and anger. Yeah, because I
Yeah.
was angry at the fact that we weren't really penetrating. Do you know what I mean? We were getting the
Mhm.
balls in good areas, but we weren't advancing fast enough. There was no urgency. There was no vim, and that's where my bad starts for today. Actually, it's good, bad, and ugly. My bad starts with the fact that we literally wasn't playing with any vim yesterday. I don't know if that's the right word to describe it, but no get up and go. Yeah, we was happy to play around with the ball in our half for so long. As soon as they got the ball, they pinged it up and they played around in our half,
Yeah.
as what I was expecting us to do. I didn't want this sit back football. It looks like we was almost out of energy, or like we was playing for a draw, which I wouldn't expect us to play for a draw in the position that we're in. Do you know what I mean? It's not like we're
Mhm.
languishing at the top and we just need to secure anything. We need to get more points. So it was a little bit disappointing from the lads. I can't lie to you. Yeah, later on when you do the player ratings, I don't know who's gonna get. No one's getting an A. I tell you that much. Yeah, 100% nobody's getting an A. It was a horrible game to watch. It was, you know what I mean? Although we did put the ball into the back of the net twice, though. I'm gonna say that we did put the ball into the back of the net twice. So
Mm.
don't know about that offside.
Yeah. I feel like this for me, like, because I knew the result when I was watching it. I was like, how come um it's so clear right now that the first half basically was just a waste of 45 minutes. The first half felt like, oh, we had no focal point. And that leads me to my bad for this, which is the fact that the lineup was wrong. The lineup was not as strong as it should have been. And yeah, the of course this is easy in hindsight, right? But you need to be able to see that, oh, okay, um how come it's 45 minutes and I don't seem to have actually like l- laid a proper attack on this team? The answer is simple: there was no central focal point. And that's why
Hey,
for me.
I was
Hold on, Joe.
muted.
I
I
can't
did
hear
want
you. I see.
but you know, I was muted. I was muted. That was my fault. Sorry. But what I was gonna say is,
Okay.
how come? Who would you have chosen differently to start that game? And don't say Sesko. You can't tell me Sesko.
Why?
You everybody was saying Sesko should have started at the same time, yeah. But who
Let's go all
after
Xerxes. Like
at the
you
same
know,
time you
here's the
can also
thing.
make
Here's
the
the
same
thing.
argument for not changing a winning formula. Could you not?
It's very different circumstance. Very
Yes.
different circumstance. Look, West Ham is a team that you knew for sure that they were gonna sit back. They were gonna be a low block team. That team that is gonna let you have all the possession. And a team, if we're playing a team like that, you need to have a presence in the middle, in the box. And because otherwise you're gonna, you can try as many intricate passes as much as you can, it's gonna be a long day. West Ham, typical Premier League team that's gonna just, whether it's 5-4-1 or 4-5-1 or whatever, they just stay so compact and don't give you, they'll let you have the ball, but they won't give you the space. And you need somebody that can give you some aerial presence in there. And we saw that evidently with Zexi coming on, with Sesko coming on, and when Casemiro is on the pitch, you have three people that are really good at headers. Three people that are really good aerial threats. Let me say that, you know, and that's why for me, if we had had Sesko, of course, this is very easy to say in hindsight, but if we had had Sesko, or even just like, Xerxes, then you might have seen a totally different output in the attack, totally different attitude in the attack, because the other guys, like having Cunha, Mbuma, and Ahmad interchanging like that was not really serving us. So that's where I stand with it and saying that the lineup was just bad. It could have been better.
Well, I mean, like you said though, but Captain Hindsight is Captain Hindsight, isn't it? Because a lot of people would also make the same
Mm-hmm.
argument. Well, you know what? Who would change a winning formula, bro? As a manager going into every game, you try to look for the best situation to set you up to win. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that they look at the end of the day, Nuno now is a new he's approaching the match against Nuno as a new element. Do you know what I mean? He's not played him before. It's going to be something that he's probably not experienced yet in the Premiership. Do you get what I'm saying? The type of block that they were giving, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the type of low block, the type of
Mm-hmm.
defense they were putting in that was better than Fulham's. Do you know what I mean? It was better than City's. It was better than Arsenal's.
Mm-hmm.
They kept us out to a degree, but at the same time, I felt like we also showed a degree of not trying hard enough. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Even Carrick alluded to it at the end. You know what I mean? The boys just didn't seem to be up for it or something like that. He said, don't quote me on that, but something along those lines. Do you get what I mean? And I look, I'm hoping that this is a blip. Do you know what I mean? Because one thing that I will go and
Yeah.
lead into right now is the ugly. Yeah. I'm hoping it's a blip because I'm going to
Yeah.
lean to the ugly right now and say that the uproar from the fans, the Manchester United fans, was a little bit disgusting, I think, towards Carrick as well, because everybody's saying, oh, you shouldn't be talking so soon about him getting a job. You shouldn't be talking so soon about him getting a job. He makes one, like you said right now, some people are criticizing the lineup, some people criticize this, but you know what? As a manager who's played only 5 games in this season, 4 and a draw, who's complaining? Would you have complained with that? Would you have complained with those results before he turned up? No, you wouldn't have. So why are you now making an uproar about it after the fact that he's made such a brilliant start? I mean, Bots, what do you think in terms of his
Mhm.
start right now?
The start is good. The start is very good. It's very good. And yeah, of course, people, I think maybe the people that are quote unquote having an uproar, maybe they're just, it's just frustration talking, saying, we really wanted to, like, make sure that we solidify our place in the top 4, and try and really, because we know Chelsea and Liverpool are like, they're breathing behind our necks, right? And I think the people that are frustrated are mainly probably coming from that point of view of just like, we want to shut the door on Liverpool. Had we won that, we would have been, I believe, maybe 8 points clear, but or something like that from Liverpool. So you know, I only look at it that way, but I know that there is other crackheads who are out there already sort of saying, "Oh, you see, this is why Carrick doesn't deserve the job, or this is why there's Oli FT has actually risen and said, you see, Oli was the actually person that knew how to get 8 wins on the trot, you know, and and it's crazy that to hear perspectives or opinions like that, where it's just like, guys, this is just his fourth or fifth game, and we can't be already be so split and so fighting already like this, because the civil war is only beginning. Once we see at the end of the season where we are with Carrick and where we are with our league position, it's going to be another open season of debating of whether do we go for the proven one or do we let Carrick keep the job, or it's gonna that conversation is really. You think we've had the conversation? No, it's about to begin. And for me, I um I look at, obviously every fan is entitled to their own opinion. Every fan is entitled to critique the game and analyze the game and say what they want about their experience of the game. But when we get to the point where we're fighting already so viciously so soon, it worries me. It worries me. I can see why you put it in the ugly category. And to be honest, we're still so early to be having some crazy wars right now. So it's still. I just want us to get to the end of the season and then we have a reflection of where we are, you know. But it is
Well,
what
I
it
hope
is.
it's
A
not no.
draw is not all that bad. Hmm?
Yeah, well, I'm hoping it's no crazy wars. I hope it was just a blip in the ocean, as far as I'm concerned. But that was my ugly for this week, innit?
Yeah.
That was my ugly for this week. Um, I don't know. Do you wanna do the good?
Yeah. So my good is there's no other way to go about it and say Benjamin Sesko is a good. Lenny Euro is a good, and I really 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 can at least reflect on that performance and say them two players, um they're at least the ones that I feel like had you can look at that game with a little bit more pride than the other players, because clearly our creative midfielders were not they were not successful. They did not accomplish the mission. That is why we struggled all game until finding a goal in the 96th minute. That's crazy to think about. But um I think for me to summarize it, my good is the Benjamin Shesko and Lenny Euro, because they really contributed towards us rescuing a point, you know. So yeah, what was
That's
your good?
individual performance. But you know what? I'm gonna give one good point to the collective performance. Yeah, because there's
Mm,
one thing I will say about this team, even though they didn't play with enough vim, and this wasn't their best game. You can't expect to play your best every single game, but we all, as a team, played till the very last whistle, and that was evident. Nobody dropped their heads. Yes, people were making mistakes. Yes, people were having a bad game, but nobody dropped their heads. Nobody thought,
yeah,
"No, we can't get nothing out of this." Yeah, we still tried to get something, and that's one thing I will commend the boys for.
100%. 100%. And it's that the ethos of Man United of fighting till the end, never giving up. It's not over till the fat lady sings. So that's the thing that for me I feel like like at least we can say that we didn't fold away from home, because it's very different at home. The onus is on you. The fans are like, they can give you that extra push, but to dig deep away from home in a game that's really frustrating. And at some point I thought like, oh yeah, we've actually just sort of thrown in the towel, but then it didn't, like it didn't stay like that. I remember like there was that moment where I can't remember which player this was. It must have been Ahmad driving with the ball from our half, like just going, and I thought like, oh come on, just go for it, shoot, and then he decides to square the ball, and then there
Yeah,
was nobody to
nobody.
to
Yeah,
yeah, there was nobody to pass to. And I think obviously at that moment he was just mentally reacting to the fact that he had missed a chance that Luke Shaw had just given him, just moments prior to that. So that's why he's like, oh, this time I should pass it. But the fact that like even after that moment when Ahmad messed up, we still like we still kept on going. We still kept on going. And it took that moment where I think like there was like some back and forth passing. Bruno eventually finds Mbumo, and Mbumo you know put in a cross that's really actually a bad cross. Let's be real about it. But we still had like the people with the energy like Sheshko that really wanted to make sure that we leave with something, and indeed we left with something, and that comes from the spirit of not giving up. So that part deserves to be commended. That's Man United DNA right there. You know, you know.
yeah, for real, for real. Do you know what? That was my good anyway. That was definitely my good of the week. Oh, do you know what? Peter just jumped in the studio and then jumped back out. Let's see who
That's
else is
funny.
there.
Yeah, maybe
We got
maybe he'll be back.
Dude, one second. Let's get to our first caller then at least. Fajita, what's going on, bro?
Yo, what's happening, guys? I hope you can hear me.
Yo,
Do you know what? How did you feel
yes, sir.
after that draw? Did it feel like a loss? Did it feel like a shambles? What happened? What happened to you during that match? How was you feeling?
I was annoyed, bro. I was disappointed. Even the positive of the draw itself, I couldn't digest it properly, bro. I went to bed very, very sad, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, because we can say, look, spirit of never die and all of that, but the approach from the beginning was off. That's why I don't even think the personnel changes would have made a difference if that's how you plan to approach the game to begin with, bro. In that 45 minutes, it looked like two teams who were playing for draw, bro. They looked like they weren't trying to win on either side, bro. None of these guys put a glove on each other in the first half. And then in the second half, we continued with the same approach. Oh, is my audio bad? Hold on. Let me fix that. Somebody saying can you guys hear me? Am I good?
Yeah, you're good. I can hear you. All right.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, like the whole approach was just bad, bro. And the only thing that would have vindicated or made it better is winning. When you're like, oh, we played bad, but we won. That's the only outcome, honestly, that would have been acceptable, because not that we're gonna win the league or anything, but like when you're a good team, the bad games are fine if you lose. I don't know if that makes sense. That's where the 1-0s and
Yeah.
stuff. We're like, we played crap, but we got away with it. It's fine. But we played crap and we wrestled
So
the point.
wouldn't you say we got away with it? This we got away with something today. Like we played crap. We didn't really, even had we won today.
Is Chelsea not above us?
We wouldn't have deserved. We wouldn't have
Chelsea
deserved
not
the
above
win
us?
had we won. Yes.
Did
Go
we
ahead.
retain our position in the
I
table?
wouldn't mind a smash and grab. I hear what Fajita's saying though. I wanted a smash and grab. Do you know what I mean? The draw didn't feel good.
I'll check the
At the
table
end
now.
of the day, we did
No, I just look, bro. Like the whole, for me, like
I'm bringing Peter for you now. I'm bringing Peter for you, Peter. Did he just say that?
Yeah, it was stinker. Chelsea drew, bro. We both drew. Like, how can they be above us?
okay, Peter, you're right.
Who said that
I'm
above
happy
us?
for you.
He did. You got Sid bid
Vegeta said.
for 5 minutes now. No, yeah. Sid bid. Yeah, Peter. What's going on, bro? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, honestly, yesterday was a hard watch, to be honest with you. Like, I wanted Sheshko from the beginning, as I thought that this game is made for Sheshko, physical game. You know, West Ham, they're in a relegation scrap, so every game will be physical from now on. With Nottingham Forest, with West Ham, with Leeds, like you saw what Leeds did to Chelsea, 2-0 up, 2-0 down, came back quickly. Like, it's a different mentality, bro. When you need to survive, like you know yourself, when you're fighting for survival. Like I've been there. When I didn't have, so I don't want to get personal with my life, but when I didn't have anything in my life, I worked like 2 jobs. I was selling popcorn. I was doing mad shit. So that's survival mode, bro. Like it should be with anybody. So when someone is trying to survive, trying to maintain, it's different. We're good. Like Man United is up there. We're not looking down, but they are looking down. They could be losing possibly 300 million next year in the championship. The TV deals is like 200 million per team. You know how they say the championship playoff is the most expensive game. The playoff final is the most expensive game in football because whoever goes up gets like 200 million. So survival is different, bro. So yeah, but I think we'll find like it's a small setback. Like I don't have anything bad to say about yesterday, except everybody was bad, from Michael Carrick to deep. Yeah, everybody was bad.
I was about to say, you must be able to give, sorry to interrupt you, Peter, but you must be able to give some sort of criticism of yesterday's. Like we all said, it was a bore fest. And
the criticism was Sheshko, bro.
if-
Sheshko needs to start this kind of games. Like I hear the front three with Mbumo, Cunha, and Ahmad when we had when we need to be in a middle block, in a low block, when we need to counter attack teams like Arsenal, like Chelsea. No, not Chelsea, like Arsenal, like City, when we mainly do the defending. But we need Sheshko, but we need a target man in the middle. We need balls in the middle. Pause. Like we need someone as a focal point up top. Do you understand me? Like the cross, maybe he will not score a header, but he will head the ball to Bruno. Bruno will score. Like we need chaos in the middle. Yesterday it was bland, bro. Like yesterday,
nobody was rushing the
box.
I think that's
bro. Yesterday,
like on the pitch though.
Yesterday, it was a Western white guy, chicken and rice. Because us from the eastern part, we from the eastern part use spices, from Poland. No, I'm not saying Poland, like from this part of Europe. Eastern Europeans, we use spices, bro. That's what I want to say. We use spices here. In the West, they don't use spices, bro. You see England, you see Poland, you see Germany, all shit food, bro.
Yesterday was a salt and pepper.
1 second.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious.
Sorry, I had to answer a call.
Let's just take him out for a second.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, no, I hear what Peter is saying though. Like if there's anything we deduced from yesterday is that we need players. Anytime we play a low block, we need players that can impact the game through like a heading, through like aerial threats. You need
the grit yesterday.
Casemiro, we need Sesko, we need Xerxes,
Yeah, but
Xerxes.
I don't know if I consider Xerxes an aerial threat, but he's tall enough.
No, he's tall enough, but you both wouldn't you both say that you would have to expect and Mbumo to run through the back? You'd expect them to break the lines and be bombing into the box, though, at least, right?
There's some crazy connections going on right now.
Sheshko also drags people.
Peter, what are you saying? Yeah.
Sheshko also drags people. Like you saw the game against Arsenal when he came in. If you watch the goal, Sheshko heads it. I think it was to Bruno, and then he tries to run the channel. Gabriel or Saliba, he dragged 2 players with him. He dragged Rice and one of Gabriel and Saliba, and Cunha was alone, isolated. and that's how the goal happened. He has a strong impact on the goal. If you go and watch it, he leaves the space for Cunha to shoot. Like only his presence is enough for him to be a threat, because you need to mark him. With Mbumo, if you're tall, you're not gonna mark him, bro. Like, it's Mbumo, he's the shortest player on the pitch. Like, you'll say someone else will deal with him. With Šeško, he's fast.
Yeah.
He has he knows how to impact the game. Like, with a header, you cannot leave him. You know, the yesterday's goal was a thing of beauty. Like, yes, people do not understand how hard that is to score. Like, he shot the ball with his big toe, bro. The flick, that it was crazy.
So question about
the game, you know.
Sorry?
go ahead, Joe.
Oh, sorry, I don't know if you're. I think, are you hearing me, or is it my audio that's choppy,
Yeah, now.
Peter?
Yeah,
you know,
go-
you can
go
be the
ahead,
difference
Joe.
between us. Actually, is it my audio that's choppy, or is it that?
No, when you
Okay,
try
good,
to say anything,
Do you know what?
it was.
I was-
Yeah. Say it now. You're good now.
Yeah, I think my audio was late. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna bring in Doctor.
Yeah,
Go on, you guys have a chat for a
That's the
second.
specialist.
Go back.
Doc
Okay,
is
give
not
me a
ready.
second.
Big up, Doc.
Yeah, this is what's happening.
Doctor.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. You don't have to do it. Actually, scroll to the left. Left.
Simbin.
I don't know. I don't want to know what's going on. I'm hearing go a little bit to the left.
Doctor,
go a
don't
little
call
bit
in
to the
while
right.
you're at work. Doctor, you'll get fired.
Right. Doctor
Don't
is
use your phone.
busy. She's posing or something. I don't know. But okay, so if you had to, Peter, like I've heard, I guess you said your ugly is Sesko not coming in sooner, right? Because I'm trying to
that's the bad.
synthesize your. Oh, that was your bad. Oh, what
The
would be
ugly
the
is the
ugly?
entire game, bro. The entire game. It was blend. I told you it was blend, bro. Like,
Wouldn't you say like?
it was a.
Peter, wouldn't you say that the defense was good from both ends?
Yeah, that's a
and
good thing. Lisandro Martinez,
Well,
that.
For both teams, that's why like the first half was so cagey and stayed bland.
I think we made the defense look good because we were toothless. They were trying, like they were at least they were going into positions as the Suchek goal, as the goal they scored. Like they were going into positions. They were trying to put the box to put the box in the to put the ball in the box. We weren't trying that. It was all sideways passes.
Yeah.
Like with Lisandro Martinez, bro, that guy is special. Did you see the what he do to Jared Bowen like yesterday when he was pressured? You see how he in one move he destabilized everything they wanted to do. They tried to press full pitch press. With one move, he ended everything, and we scored the goal, I think, or it was the Xerxes miss after that. So I think Lisandro is the most important player in this team. Everything goes through him. The passing through the lines. If you try to if you try to score from when you're facing an opponent with a low block, you need him to break through the lines. He is the pre assist. If you know what I'm saying.
I know exactly what you're saying. There's something that's so special about the way Licha's line breaking passes like move on the pitch. Like you know, when I saw like how there's something that he does where he sort of waits for the very last second to pass the ball. You know,
but he waits. Here's the thing. He waits, but he waits for more. You see how they're pressing. He's been pressed by one player, so he's waiting for more players to come up the field because it's a low block. To come up the field to try and get the ball from him, and then he passes, and then it's open field for our attackers. That's what he's doing.
That's the way he absorbs
Maguire as well.
pressure is
I'm a certified
incredible.
Maguire hater,
Well-
but he's been playing very good. Like,
Yeah,
I
no,
cannot
he's-
stand that guy,
yeah.
bro. But he's been playing very good.
I'd say. Oh,
I
would you
didn't
consider
used to
him?
like.
No, I
ahead,
still
go.
don't like him. Like, I don't like him. I want him gone, but he's been playing good. Like, I cannot stand him. I hate him. I don't want to use the word.
Hmm.
He's been here for 10 years. He played only 3 good seasons. He's a leech. I don't want him here. 200,000 a week for 8 years to do it. To do what? 3 good seasons, bro. Leave.
What's a lot of bollocks?
No.
Real. That's one guy that has to go, bro. That's one guy that definitely has to go.
Luke
no matter
Shaw
how
as well,
he
like-
plays this season.
Even though
Don't
Luke Shaw is
care.
playing like
Luke-
this season, he's been good.
I thought you was talking
But I
about
don't
Luke
want
Shaw.
you, bro.
Was you not talking about Luke Shaw? I thought that was Luke Shaw you was talking
Harry
about.
Maguire, bro. Bro,
Oh,
Luke Shaw,
bro, I thought you
they're
were-
all playing good, bro. They are all playing good.
No.
But I know what, bro. This is a catfish, bro.
Peter.
This is catfish. Do you know do you remember the MTV series Catfish? It was on MTV. Bro,
You
this is a
talking
catfish.
about Harry Maguire like that?
Harry Maguire, bro. Luke Shaw need to leave.
You know what? Big up. You know what?
Peter, can you clarify something?
I
I
kind
thought
of
he
agree.
was talking about Luke Shaw as well, but then he said he was talking about Maguire, and then I'm confused. I'm really puzzled. Right?
All right, let him just
'Cause
clarify. and
I
then
thought he was
next
talking about
caller
Luke
wants
Shaw
to-
needing to leave.
I was talking about Maguire, but both of them needs to leave.
No. What's Harry Maguire done?
There you
But
go.
Harry Maguire brings a lot to the table, bro. Like, come on, Peter. Like, especially the Harry Maguire.
Hey guys,
That
I'm-
doesn't make mistakes much. Big up, dog.
I'm going to apologize because I didn't have my headphones on. I was talking to my sister. She asked me to do something on her laptop, and I was on video. So, I'm so sorry. I didn't in my head I was like, I should mute myself, but then again, I didn't think you guys would actually bring me on. So you she was calling me a dickhead and everything. So thank God. I was doing her a favor.
Well, it's okay,
Anyway,
dog.
Makes sense.
It's all good.
I'm actually,
What's a lot
you
of
know how
bollocks?
yesterday we did say that a lot anyway. The last time we drew against West Ham, yeah, I was so furious, because we played trash. Let me just say this. We played similar games. The first time we played West Ham and the second time we played it, it was slow. It was boo-hoo. We were just not even trying. It's like they didn't care. It's not that they didn't care. It's just like, I don't know what was in the air that day. But the last time we played, it was more infuriating because it's like, who even scored that goal the last time we played? I don't even remember, and it doesn't even matter. Who cares? Either way. But what I'm trying to say is, today I've slept.
The last time we
watched the
played
game.
West Ham, yeah.
We slept. I woke up. I'm not mad. As I said yesterday, like, I have more faith in us that the next we're gonna go on this run. Like I'm going into the next game believing that we can win the next game. We have Everton. Even though yesterday I did say Everton and West Ham are like sides of of the same coin. They play I feel like it's like a different kind of game, but kind of similar. They are eighth. They are eighth, and they are wanting to go into Europe anyway, anyhow. So they will come with a bit more fight. They would want to, and they beat us the last time. They know that they've beaten us before, and they can beat us again. So they would come in with a bit more fight. We need to just dead the thing in 20 minutes. Not this, I'm going to take 20 minutes to warm up. Start Sesko.
Mm.
Cunha needs to be benched. Ahmad needs to be benched. Buemo on the right. Bruno on the left, 10. Sesko up top. Walk with me.
Between Ahmad and Cunha, who needs to be benched more?
Cunha, both of them need to be benched. Either way, Ahmad since both him and Mbeumo have come back from AFCON, the only saving grace Mbeumo has is those goals he's been scoring. That's his only saving grace. Because when he gets to 55th minute, he's like, I cannot breathe. I am on a
So
roll
honestly,
today.
I think Cunha should be coming off the bench. I think Cunha should be one that starts off the bench. That's
Yes.
what my opinion's always been of him. I mean, good impact player. And seeing as how he's only contributing in moments in the game anyway, I would love to start someone else before him. Yeah, so I think Cunha should hit the bench before Ahmad. And then Ahmad should, between Ahmad and Mbeumo, I don't know who should come off first most times. I think this is why Sesko has always deserved a start over the last 2 games, and that's why a lot of people were critical of him not starting in this game. Yeah, because we've seen the impact Cunha's had, and we've seen that Mbeumo's not really been that much on it since he's come back from AFCON or Ahmad. I mean, I know they've contributed, but not in over the whole 90 minutes. So that's where I think everybody was saying.
I also want to say,
Vegeta with an interesting point. Okay, go ahead, Doc.
Can I, before I forget my point, Mazraoui, put him on the pitch. Put Mazraoui on the pitch. Dalot yesterday, he started going back to criminal Dalot. And them crosses they were giving him, it stopped the moment Sesko came on the pitch. I said it. Oh my God, I'm getting angry. I shouldn't be getting angry. I shouldn't, because I am actually calm. But these, you know how you want to go and hold somebody's ear and just pull it? That's what I want to do. And
no.
You're
feeling a little violent.
Yeah. I am actually feeling a little violent. You know what? My dirty jokes come when I'm angry.
So okay. So can you summarize your take about good, bad, and ugly? So your ugly was.
You see, I got
to bring her back. She was about to tell a dirty joke. I had to sit with you. He was about to tell a dirty joke again.
Oh God!
Am I allowed? Okay, can I get allowed one dirty joke at a stream? Just one.
All right, do it at the end of your good, bad, and ugly.
Okay. My good is that we got the point, and we got the point, and we can get more points. I have faith that we can go on a run, and we have 13 games left or 12 games left. We can, out of the 12, we can probably win 10, draw 2 more, and I feel like that's good. I have more faith. Play 12 games, win 10, draw 2, and then that's good. Bad, that was a stinky game. Stinky. And they have to do better. And ugly, Bruno, you people have to put respect on Bruno's name. Yes, yesterday was horrible, and the fact that nobody can be as creative as Bruno is horrible. It is bad. I need somebody to be as creative as Bruno. He has to teach somebody, and nobody is there for him to teach. I don't even know. I can't see
can you teach that kind of creativity though? I don't know, but okay.
You can teach a certain amount of it. People can learn a certain amount of it. Shout out to Lenny Euro. Side note, what's his name? Luke Shaw if Luke Shaw stays in the summer, I am taking the next train to Manchester, and I will create a sign.
Where do you want him to go, Doc? Like he's
Do
still
I
got a
care?
contract till
He can go to
2027.
Hull City. He can go to Hull City, Norwich County, Preston North End. I do
Let
not
me
give two
save you
rats.
some heartbreak in advance. Luke Shaw is here to stay. Luke Shaw will be a Man United player after the transfer window opens and reopens.
Well, Pav, I do want to pull something else, but I mean, come on, I can't.
Joe, you're muted.
Hold on. No, we have to hear the joke. I wanted to hear the joke first. You can't send Bella. She did. Was that the joke? That can't be the joke. Surely.
No. I hope it's not. That was it. She said that was it.
All the bollocks.
Terrible.
Big game player
Terrible.
says, "Hey, yo, okay, all right, let's bring the show back. Let's bring the show back. Listen, there's some comments that have been put in the chat that I wanted to go back to. First of all, Vegeta Elyon said we were too slow. We showed them too much respect. It was the whole approach. West Ham doesn't survive yesterday if we played properly, because look how we started playing after we conceded. What is playing properly, though? I'm curious in Vegeta's terms. Another comment from Luan. Go ahead, Joe.
I was
You're
gonna
gonna
say
say
playing
something.
properly was exactly what I was saying about the whole Vim thing. We wasn't crashing into their box. We wasn't trying to push past their defenses. Do you get what I'm saying? It was this whole thing about
Yeah.
knocking it about. I don't know, and then making a quick. I don't know. It just didn't seem like we was playing like in the last 4 games. Yeah, just break those defensive lines. Do you know what I mean? Where was the running behinds? Everybody was standing still too much. But anyway.
There's this comment from Luan saying, going into the game, we were too cocky. 20-0. Nah, man. We can't support our team without the ridiculous expectations. Nuno is starving off relegation, and West Ham's been doing well. 100% what I was saying in the preview, Luan. People were out here saying 25-0, 6-0, and all kinds of ridiculous crackhead score predictions. And I was out here talking about how West Ham recent form is worrying me. And you know what? Look at how it turned out. And you are so right about this. Like, there's a certain ridiculous fan expectation, a certain entitlement that was slowly seeping into, when not too long ago some fans were like worried that, oh, we might not make Europe, and here we are with our expectations, readjusted expectations of wanting to be, I don't know, second or something. I don't know. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I'm just mentioning it and seeing that observation. Thanks to your comment, Luan, because most 99% of the score predictions during the preview to the West Ham game were ridiculous. Yeah, let's bring in the next caller, bro. Oh, unless you want to say something about
it. Being confident, but I'm gonna bring in the next caller. Then, as you said that, Pav. He had an omen, but he didn't share it with the community.
I didn't share it, bro. I kept it quiet the whole game. I knew we weren't going to win. Something happened like an hour and a half before the game. I told Joe at the end of the game, I told KG this morning.
Show that he knows as well.
So, bots, I was coming back from a drive. Firstly, I think my car was trying to kill me yesterday. My new whip trying to kill me. Changing lanes by itself. I'm trying to turn left, and my man's trying to make me go back into the middle lane. I'm like, what's going on here? Fucking 20% visibility in rain, and this car's trying to kill me. And then I got home, got out of the car. I've got this keyring, right? Man United foot. It's like a football, but it's a keyring, and it's got the Man United badge and everything in it. The thing just snapped out of nowhere. Like the thing just broke. As I like got out of the car, the keys in my hand, the thing just snapped. I was like, oh shit, this ain't good. This ain't good. and I kept it quiet, innit? And I knew we weren't going to win. When that shit happened, I was like, I knew we're not going to win. And I kept it quiet, man. I was like, looking at the game, I was like, ah, shit. And I didn't want to disclose it because I was like, if I tell KG, I know I'm getting the blame, innit? So I thought I'd let the game go. Then I told these man after the game, and I told KG these boys, and they were like, well, they should have told us. We could have all prayed. I was like, I don't think that shit works, but I do believe in
True
bad
though.
omens, though.
I mean, prayer works, but yeah.
But nah, I was like, ah, shit. I just knew we weren't going to win yesterday. Luckily, we got a draw. So we're still kind of like unbeaten. But on the game, it was a stink fest, bro. An absolute. I was there with Joe. I was battling sleep. I was like, this shit's putting me to sleep. Like, yeah.
Do you think it's just like? Do you think it's because the defense? It was more of a defensive masterclass than an offensive.
Look, it's not a team sitting back and just defending is not a defensive masterclass. It's just because that team is shit. If they're shit, they got no ideas. They're not going to go slap anyone about. It's what these teams do. Relegation battle team, dead players, dead fan base, dead stadium, dead performance. Like, it's not like West Ham were good. They just they just sat back. I think the only player that I actually rated in that squad was their left back Doof, who I do kind of rate. And I wouldn't mind having that Man United if Luke Shaw was to bounce. But I think the only outstanding, like, did you manage to watch the game after? Because you didn't turn up yesterday.
Yeah. I
watched the game, yeah.
I watched all of it.
I think the only I'm not going to say outstanding performances because these two players I'll talk about because they were there for the full 90 minutes were Lissandro and Le Mans. Le Mans obviously made that critical save from Wilson. Otherwise, we were dead and buried.
Yeah.
And Lissandro, other than the goal, which I think he should have read the situation better, he kind of had a flawless games, and people have said, like, obviously he's breaking passes. Peter mentioned him. He is a player who looks more than just defensive things. But when I'm talking about centre backs, my main focus is defensive capabilities, and he should have read the situation better.
Yeah.
But the other two people I want to talk about, because they only made a partial, they only come on for partial part of the game. Sesko and Yoro come on and made like 2 or 3 mad interceptions and blocks. So big up Yoro, and I hope Carrick and the other guys are working with him because he hasn't had the help needed since he's been here. I think he's been let down. And even though, like, people question, Maguire can't be replaced, it's going to be Maguire and Lissandro. I was just hoping they are making Yoro better, because spending nearly 70 mil on that talent who's got all them attributes, like, you need to bring them out of him. And I think he needed bulking up a little bit as well. And it looks like he has been bulking. So big up your hope. If Maguire's injured when we play again in 13 days, then Euro comes in. If the Lit's not back, then Euro should get a chance against Everton. And then Sesko, we were Joe, what did I tell you yesterday at half time? I need to see Sesko on the pitch. We're crossing the ball as usual with a midget in the middle. What are we doing? Like, Carrick, you should have made that change at half time. Because even in the second half when Xerxes come on, we put in a cross and he was close to scoring. We needed Sesko to be on at half time, but ideally probably for one of those attackers up front, because all 3 of them stunk yesterday. But as I said earlier in the other stream, Ahmad hasn't been good since he's come back from AFCON, but we've kind of brushed it under the carpet because of the performances we were putting up. When it comes to, like, maybe his attacking work has been decent,
but he hasn't been good in terms of GA. But like, he's been performing good performances.
But that's what I mean. Like as a goal for it, he hasn't really been available. But that's why I said other bits where tracking back or being part of, like, the passing, getting the ball up top, he's been okay. But I mean, in and around the box, and and even yesterday at the end, like, he had a chance where he could have either like cut in on his other foot or taken a shot or use his left foot. And he ended up trying to pass to some next man who wasn't even there and gave the ball straight to them at the dying seconds. And I was like, lift your head up and look, bro. Lift your head up.
Yeah.
But next game, Everton, I need to see Sesko start because we're putting in crosses when he's not there. And then in the second, when he does come on, we're not doing that. And it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing with this guy? Like,
True.
the goal that he scored, brother, man knows he's got the striker instinct, yeah? He knows where to put his feet. He knows them crucial points. That goal was well taken from him yesterday. That's he's got the brain cells. He has got the brain cells, but yeah, Carrick, you're not invincible. You have got some flaws there, and I hope that you work on them in the next like 2 weeks because just because a team has been winning for 4 games doesn't mean that you shouldn't change it. You should adjust to your opponent. You should have known that West Ham are going to sit back, yeah, and that you might need to bring in the big fella, yeah, because those two centre back, the centre back partnership they had yesterday, there were 2 stinky centre backs. If you look at their performances, whether Disasi at Chelsea or Mavropanos at West Ham, they're both stinky centre backs, and Sesko could have abused that, and he did abuse it when he come on. He abused it. He knew they were trash. We just needed Sesko to be on earlier.
And that's why you need sometimes
100%.
a big, powerful presence. Even though both of the guys that came on, actually, big up yourself, Pav, as well. You know, both of them that came on were big, imposing presence on the pitch. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes I think that's what defenders need as well. That's what we need as an attack to break up the defense. Obviously, defenders are usually big guys. You know what I mean? So if you got 2 imposing figures crashing into the box, that's going to give them something more to worry about as well. But you know what? At least we didn't, like I said, lose the game in it. You live, you learn. Hopefully, we grow from this, and so does Carrick in it. So.
And that's the part that exactly I'm expecting or hoping that like it's Carrick who learns the most, because like we need proactive reactions. If like you prepare a game plan and you see that having first of all, look at this, my team is crossing a lot, what can I do to affect this? Look at your bench, pick the big man. Sesko is
I forgot to mention
that.
But when I Bots, can I quickly go? When I criticised Sandro, it wasn't just his fault for the goal. If you saw Luke Shaw, when the ball went to the right, I can't remember what player it was. My man lunged in, and got sent for a fucking Kentucky, bruv. Yeah, he lunged in, and that's why the ball ended up over there. Get that little pig out of my club in the summer, man.
No, we should have seen Wyndham sooner.
I don't disagree with him on that one, though. Luke Shaw needs to bounce, bro. Yeah, but he's fit and healthy this season. Sure, but he's not lying.
Yeah. But the point that I was making was that like Sesko is winning the hearts of many Manchester United fans, one fan at a time, and he is the guy. He's starting to become the guy in a lot of people's eyes, and that finish, like, really, 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 it deserves its flowers. I don't know. Yeah, let's go on to the next caller, my G. Oh,
I have no
man,
fear.
like Bally Tech.
Bally Tech is here.
What's good, people?
Yo, what's good? What's good, Bally Tech?
Yeah, first of all, we have to big up everyone in the chat, everybody that contributes to all the channels to make these channels worthwhile. Big up to everyone, because these are the lifeblood of all shows that happen on this channel. And yes, the good and bad and ugly. Let's go.
Hey,
come on! And
what's the intro? Bad boy intro,
right? For real, real. No, Buddy Tech, he's a legend for that. And thank you for reminding them, because I think we've had like almost 20 something people in here, and the likes are not even remotely close. So hit the like button if you haven't done so yet, please.
13 likes.
Yeah, everyone hit the like button. You know what we do in there. Hit the like button.
All right, let's get into it.
Let's cook Bally
Valley
Tech.
Tech, what was your good, bad, and ugly from yesterday, my bro?
Yeah, the good is that obviously Sesko done Sesko things when he came on. Not even that long left on the pitch, not that much game time in his legs, but he managed to score a fantastic goal. Beautiful goal. That goal is one of the best goals he's actually scored for us, to be honest with you. So I was loving it. Bad. Bad, I'll say, is just like the way we played. Like, we didn't really play that well. In my honest opinion, I thought the football was crap. I thought it was slow. I was bored. I was actually falling asleep. Yeah, I think it was just a bit diabolical. Like, I didn't see what we was doing before. Like, we were rondoing teams to death. You know, we were breaking lines all over the place. We were quite fast with our play. Like, yesterday was very slow, and I think Carrick became predictable in that game. Like, he could have gone 4-4-2. He could have started Xerxes and Sesko up front and just gone 4-4-2 and just try to get balls into the box for two strikers, and we probably would have beat West Ham because apart from their goal, they didn't really lay that much of a glove on us. It's only when we started to risk the game by swapping out defenders for strikers, that's when they started to now use their pace against us with Wilson coming on and running at our back line. So, I mean, for me personally, I just think Carrick, like, I was always going to judge Carrick not based off of teams that allow us to have the ball or teams that are trying to do a you punch, we punch type of game with us. I was more so going to judge him on the type of game that we play when teams sit back and don't want to really do anything, don't really want to engage. And I don't want to fully just be like, yeah, Carrick don't deserve the job, blah, blah, blah. But if I see this type of football again, after he's already seen what he's supposed to be doing, then yeah, he ain't no different from the previous manager. And the reason why I say that is because we didn't like when the same thing happened game after game after game. Now, we're only in one competition, and I feel like all these games are going to be like our cup final. And he should have thrown the chair at somebody at half time when we played slow football like that. He should have said, you know what, we're not coming out the same way we came out after half time, and just put Sesko on and put Xerxes on maybe, or maybe put Xerxes on after 65 minutes after already putting Sesko on. So I think he could have done a bit more.
Are you about to seriously compare somebody who has an unbeaten record with somebody who has a tattered record?
Like I said, it's too early. Before I made that statement, I said it's too early, and I said I only wanted to judge him based off of these low block games, because in actual theory, when Ruben Amorim switched to a back four, we was actually looking sick. It's only up until it will get to half time and then it will go back to his back three that we went backwards in the way that we was playing. So is Carrick a genius? It remains to be seen. Now, for me, if Luis Enrique is available, the only way I'm saying, forget Luis Enrique, we got Michael Carrick, is if Carrick went out and he pushed to win the league. Now, this draw, in my humble opinion, would have set that back somewhat. It would have set it back. Let's be real. Like, he needed to win pretty much every game or every other game to start looking like he could challenge for this title. But those drop points against a relegation team is diabolical, no matter how you spin it. And I just think to myself, as a fan base, I know, yes, we want to get giddy, but let's be realistic with Carrick, because he may have limitations as a manager. He may have. And I'm going to keep my eye on that Everton game, because Everton, I don't think they're going to be. They're not in the same dire situation as West Ham, so they might come out a bit more and they might leave a bit more gaps. But in the event that they don't and they want to low block the hell out of us, I expect him to respond and not be so predictable. Like you literally playing the same team in every game. You might not play the exact same way in every other game, but these teams have been able, they've got historical data on you now. They're looking at what you've done in this game, and they're nullifying you. So now you've got Everton. Go and show us that you're not a one-trick pony and you know how to do other things. Like, the whole fan base shouldn't be sitting there saying, we should have played Sesko. He should have known to play Sesko. In fact, I've watched certain YouTubers' previews, analysis on how West Ham play and stuff. And the way they described how the game was going to go from a West Ham perspective, if a YouTuber can work out that these brothers are just going to low block the hell out of us and the game's going to be boring and crap and I expect you to play Sesko and blah, blah, blah. If YouTubers can work this out, how the hell is the manager not working this out, bruv? These brothers are professionals. Yeah, we're supposed to have the best number 2 in the game. You know, he worked Champions League winning number 2s and that. Yeah, so I expect a bit more from these man in the next games. And obviously,
this is one thing I will say about that criticism. Yeah, don't you think that maybe he was trying to get the people who could crash the box and beat these defenders and running behind them? Maybe that's what he was trying to do.
Maybe, but it didn't work. And I just feel like obviously he's got a vast amount of experience playing with absolute bad boys. Yeah. He's played with the creme de la creme of footballers, Ballon d'Or winning level footballers, all-time scoring footballers. He's played with them, yeah? So the minute you see that, this ain't working, then he should have done the risky thing at halftime and said, you know what? Boom, 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 you man go out, triple substitution, and just put the frighteners on them. But he didn't do that. He wanted to wait and see, it's West Ham. Or maybe he's still got love for West Ham. He's a former player. I don't know. But he would, I just expected more. I expected more. No, I saw his interview and he was talking about his love for West Ham and all of that. I didn't really appreciate that as a Manchester United fan. I'm not looking at your previous time at West Ham. That was annoying. Like when 10.
You know why? Because listen. He played versus what you call it, Spurs. Where was that rhetoric? What was that rhetoric when he played versus Spurs?
That's true. No, I get it.
So,
the whole West Ham thing.
Yeah.
Oh, go on. No, I think there's a delay, but go on. You talk first.
No, I was also going to respond to the other thing Buddy Tech said, saying if a YouTuber can figure out, he was crushing my heart. I'm like, come on, YouTubers' lives matter, bro. He's out here saying if a YouTuber can work out that West Ham is gonna do a low block, why can't Carrick work out that?
You're trying to say that he disrespected the profession, bro. He disrespected the profession to your face.
Right. I felt like I'm agreeing with his point, but I'm being so belittled at the expense of being so belittled.
But this is the thing, though, boss. Obviously, to his point, yeah, you would have to say that it's. I understand what he means in terms of if the common man can see what's going on, then
I agree with him. But it's the YouTuber part. If a YouTuber can he's the way you're saying it, Tech. On the mains,
Kenny real quick, yeah? I've got to go and get my door. Bring Kenny real quick.
Go ahead, what's that? Let me bring in boy. Hey, man, what you saying, brother?
Let me just hit it up real quick. Nah, bro. For me, bro, like my take on this
You,
this game.
Kenny, hold on. You know
Yeah,
when they made the phrase "What's cooking" as a way to greet people, they were
yeah.
talking to people like you. They were
And
talking
now
to people.
I'm even just eating. I just came from cooking, bro. Like, yeah. So you're spot on.
Okay. Okay,
Yo,
all right.
stop
Now
playing.
get to it. Yeah, what do you say?
Bro, you know, for me, this game, uh, what really bothered me in this game, what was that? What was the super chat? What was the chat? You're laughing at the comment.
No, SLD is just cracking jokes again. But
Ah,
go
okay.
ahead.
No, what bothered me? I'll say a few points. I saw 3 points about what bothered me in this game. Uh,
Mm,
it's the agency in the players, bro. And there's no way if you know you're playing a low block, people that are sitting back, you will not be
mm,
able to tactically defeat them or crack open spaces at a walking pace level. Plenty of times I saw
mm,
Lisandro literally walking on around the halfway line there, looking for where to
mm.
pass, with Bruno coming in
Yeah,
and Kobe literally at a walking pace. My grandmother could
yeah.
run faster than that, bro. And she's 89 years old. It was pissing me off, bro. There is no way, bro. If you want to break down a low block, bro, you need to switch play quick, in order to
Yeah,
create those spaces. You cannot create
make the
spaces
defense
at
pay.
that kind of
Yeah,
pace, bro, whereby like everyone is walking. There was zero agency in these guys. And that's what pissed me off with the coaching staff. I'm not here to now start after 5 games with the coach that hasn't won, but I can criticize constructively. You know, they should have been able to see exactly what was going on and be able to say, move the ball a little faster, move the ball a little quicker. Let's get at this man at a pace that requires them to come out and lunge at tackles because you're moving at a faster pace and force them to make these mistakes and open up spaces for us to be able to, take advantage of. And I didn't see that. Even I was calm the first half. I was like, we're controlling the ball well, we're confident, it's easy, it's cool. I know after the second half starts, we're gonna come at a different pace. But no, same drama. So that still goes on Carrick and the coaching staff. They should have done more. The players can't. I think that's a coaching thing. If they're told to control the game and do what, I think it comes from the coaching staff that told them to do that. Because we've seen in previous games, they've been fast. The rondos have been fast. It's been Cunha, Mbuemo, Cunha, Mbuemo. It wasn't Cunha, Mbuemo, Cunha. So you know what I'm saying? My second
focus.
point, exactly, bro. So my second point would be like where I saw Carrick's mistake as is that his substitution of Cunha rather than Buemu or Ahmad was a bit suspect for me. I feel as though Cunha can come up with something when Buemu had a really bad game, and I must say it, apart from the assist he gave, he was very good defensively, helping back. I saw him track a lot more than he's done a lot in other games because usually Cunha is the one that's doing that. So I think he was gassed out. I remember saying like Buemu is failing to even reach a pass. He's giving up on passes to chase them and catch them on the line. He was gone. Minutes before that, that's when he gave that pass, but that man was tired. And Ahmad, I love Ahmad, African tax and all that. Let's not even go there. But Ahmad was ineffective, and he's been a little bit. He's been helping out, but without GA. I understand what you say, and I strongly support that kind of play as well. It's helpful. It's a team play. But in this previous game, Ahmad could have been subbed, or Mbuemu could have been subbed. Me, I would have preferred Ahmad to be subbed and then bring in Sesko and leave Cunha in that game on the left flank. We could have been more effective, and Cunha is a spark at any time, and he was not really having a bad game. He was not having a great game, but not as worse as Ahmad or Mbuemu. Mbuemu redeemed himself with that pass, which was a bad pass actually if you look at it, because Sesko had, bro, that pass was a cross that came at knee high pass,
Yeah,
bro. What Sesko
yeah.
produced out of that helped. Otherwise, without that Sesko effort, Mbuemu's pass would have been talking about Mbuemu's shit game right now. and how that cross was horrible. So for me, the right flank was shit. Mbuemu and Ahmad were not playing like their usual self. And Carrick and our super number 2 should have been able to see this and change the game. Yes, and one person said something that I agree with, my last point before I dip. Somebody said, I can't remember who it is, that Carrick also needs to understand that they've started to have history data on how he's playing, how he's. It's okay. I understand exactly. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay not to change a winning team, right? We've been winning, playing well. It's okay. I understand that, but you should be able, as a manager, to also adjust during the game by looking at what's happening. So I don't see why he shouldn't have done that. Like, don't go in. We should be able to play to the team, not just we can play. We haven't reached those levels where we just play our game and we beat anything that comes against us. We haven't reached those levels yet, because you know what I mean. We're still exactly when we get there. Now we should be able to play according to who we're playing against. If it's a low block, no, bring in the big man. Let him control. Let him have the high balls. Let him win the high balls. Let him win the headers. Let him, let's play our game plan. Let's plan our game plan, looking at who is our opponent on the day, because that's where we are. That's the level we are. And I expect Carrick to at least do that with the back room that he has. They should do it. I'm not really worried about all that, because look, it's 5 games unbeaten. Yes, we lost 2 points, but hey, the charge still on. We're still on. I still see us finishing at least 3rd or 2nd. We're good. We all good. Big up.
Right.
Peace, boys.
Okay. Big up, Kanye.
I
We
like
good. We all good. That was, yeah. At the end of the day,
You know what, though?
it's not all. Go ahead.
Oh no, sorry. Like I said, there's a little bit of a delay, but you know what? Yeah, in respect of like criticizing Carrick, yeah. Look, what our game plan, what we're thinking, what we're seeing is clearly something that managers don't see all the time. What we're seeing in it, yeah. They may have a game plan in their head, but one thing I want our managers or coaches or whatever to be doing is actively making changes to their game plans on the side of the pitch if it's not working. Yeah. If it's one thing I need to see from them is the instructions. Force your players to listen to your instructions. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Get on that side of that pitch. As soon as the whistle blows, drag your captain over here and tell him, listen, I want him running. I want him in behind. I want him. If you're not seeing your game plan being implemented on the pitch, demand it. Do you get what I'm saying? So we can see that you was demanding something of these players and they're not delivering. And you know what? If it's not happening, if you're trying something and it's not working, change it. Change it. Do not just sit back and watch the game play out, yeah? And that is going to be my first big criticism of Carrick right now. Don't just sit back and watch it. Change it, yeah? Implement something. Like everybody said, everybody wanted Sesko to start. Not to say that you should listen to us, but surely after watching the first half, something should have changed. And you should have known something should have changed.
SLD saying that Joe wants Carrick to run around like Arteta and Pep. Do you want Carrick to be more animated and show more emotion?
I don't need him to be animated, bro. I said he needs to get to his players. He doesn't need to be animated. Demand more from his players. Did I say jump around on the pitch, or did I say call your captain over? Did I say call your captain
you said
over?
Demanded,
call him over.
You said demanded, and we're trying to understand what demanded means, So you said you gotta demand your game.
Call your captain over. Tell them.
Your 2 points from this take was that if you have a game plan and if things are not going according to the game plan, you demand it. If you can't demand it, you make changes. And which I feel like are very 2 excellent points. That's why I was trying to understand what you mean by demanded. One thing that I noticed, Joe, about this game is that we're talking about the fact that we've been doing rondos. How come the rondos were not working right now? Rondos are effective because the instruction of the other player, the defending player, is to get the ball. But if that player is not trying to get the ball or not as hungry for the ball, like say as an Arsenal player or a Man City player would be, the Rondos don't seem too effective because they hold that position. So we need to know how to behave in those situations. And fair enough, you can only know sometimes when you're in them. But what I like about
the Rondos
from
have
today's show is
before.
that go ahead.
I was about to say the Rondos would happen more if the players are running in behind. See, that's where it would happen more. You see, if you're running in behind the defense and then passing it around the defenders, that's where the Rondos also happen, because they would have to be forced into defensive, try to get the ball. Basically, they'd be forced into defensive actions.
I hear you.
in order
Yes.
to stop you.
Yes.
Past them.
But what we saw yesterday was that sometimes there was not enough movement from our players, and then what we ended up happening is that sometimes we'd cross the ball, and a lot of the crosses were either overhit or maybe like underhit or and it wasn't really feeling like it was an effective execution of a game plan. And I wanna just say that game yesterday was a learning opportunity, and I wanna see what they do, what the coaching staff, Carrick, Haaland, and co do moving forward, because we will face some more challenges like that. Forest is not that high up the table. There is also probably like some other fixtures. I think we probably will play. Is it Spurs or Palace? I can't remember. We already played
Palace.
Spurs. But yeah, Palace. So there are other teams that are going to give us a different proposition, and sometimes maybe a varied version of what West Ham played, and we will be there. I want to see a 4-4-2. What I loved about what somebody said earlier on, why not start Xerxes and Sesko and start confusing the opposition?
Why not? You mean,
You
if you've got two imposing presences, why not use them? Manchester United has always been open to using two strikers in the past anyway, so why not now? Bring it back, bro. I'm here for it. But just before we go as well, but I did want to say, guys, if you're around later, I am going to bring back one show today, because actually a 1-year anniversary today of my aunt's passing 1 year ago. Yeah, it was a year to the date when my aunt passed, and I wanted to bring back a show called The Checkup. Yeah, well, we just check in on each other and make sure that the community is all right. I'm definitely going to line that up for today, so look out for that one this evening over on Backhand Entertainment. Yeah, please come and join me, and let's just talk and share.
Very important conversation to be had there, Joe. And big up yourself, big up to Backhand Entertainment. Make sure you go check out Joe's channel, guys. More importantly, make sure you are okay as well. Share, check in with other people.
I'm gonna be there.
I'm
gonna be there. So I'm coming to share first. I'll be there first. I'll open my heart. I'll share exactly how I'm feeling 1 year down the line after a crazy year for me. Yeah, so we'll talk. I'll open up, and hopefully some other people come in and open up and share their experiences of last year.
Big up, Joe, for that. Guys, thank you to everybody that hit the like button, everybody that called in, everybody that commented, and everybody that subscribed. Make sure you also support all the channels that like the family channels, United Talks Community, Backhand Entertainment, Kenny Fan TV, The Halftime with Vegeta, D-Hub Sports. We here. We're a family. We're all growing together, going together. And shout out to also Elite Footy Talks as well. Make sure you support all of us, guys. Thank you to all the 17 cancels. Yeah, at least we got there. All right. And just like that, we are still unbeaten. Maybe United Frank will have to wait till next season to cut his hair.
Oh, yeah. The good, the bad, the ugly, whoa. The good, the bad, the ugly, whoa. The good, the bad, the ugly, whoa. Joe, black man, Bobby, let it flow, whoa. Turn it up, let it go. Yeah. The good, the bad, the ugly, whoa. About my what? About my who? About my rugby.
Get out of here, man.
Too much good, take you higher.